Anthony, how you doing this week, man?
Doing pretty good. Just started a new job. That's going pretty good. And actually, in
Nice.
a few weeks, I am going to Cabo for my birthday with Stewie and his family and my parents.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That sounds sick.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
you've ever
honestly
been
hope
there?
that I've been there one time. Yeah. I was about to say, yeah. Last time I was there, I was 17, and just really, really hope we don't get guns and like ARs and machine guns pointed at us this time.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
Chicago night, but I don't. Hold on.
Okay.
Describe this a little bit, because now I'm.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll explain this. It's me, Stewie, his parents, my parents,
Okay.
and Jordan and Alex. So Stewie's sister and her fiance. Um, we're all doing this bar crawl race in Cabo, downtown Cabo, and it's called the Amazing Cabo Race. It's like a whole bunch of different like activities and whatnot you can do like within the bars, like different like challenges within each bar, and then you can move on to the next bar, and then first team that finishes all wins. And me and on a team it was me, my mom, Jeff, and that was it, and my dad, and we're team Astastic. That's besides the point of the story.
Yuck.
Hey, yeah. Anyways, we're not going to get into the other team names. Those ones were bad. Those ones were really, really bad. Anyways,
Fantastic.
Astastic. That's the Wi-Fi password in my house. If anyone wants to know.
Sick. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I got you. So, but anyways, what happened was, so after the whole bar crawl race, we were just walking down the sidewalk, down the street in Cabo, downtown Cabo. And it's like pitch black. There's like no street lights or anything, which was super weird. But that's not the weirdest part. The weirdest part is there was like a stack of bricks like in the middle of the sidewalk, and you can't see these like bricks at all. So my mom is like in front of all of us, and she trips and falls over these bricks, and she ends up breaking her foot. So now me, my dad, Alex, and Stewie and Jeff, we're all hovering around my mom while Jordan and Sharon they're like behind us, like, oh my god, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Now let's look at this from an outsider's perspective when no one knows what the hell just happened. You have two girls in the back looking terrified, looking scared. You have five dudes hovering over one girl that's on the ground.
Oh.
Let's just get that in from an outsider's perspective. They're probably going, what the fuck? Next thing we know, we hear vehicles skirting and approaching right over to us.
Christian Burger.
Flashlights are pointed at us. ARs pointed right at us. Machine guns, literally, like these machine guns were attached to the vehicle, like in the back, kind of like some shit you'd see in like Call of Duty, pointed right at us. Can literally hear the cocking, the loading of the guns.
Jesus.
And the flashlights pointed right at us. I sobered up so quick. I can't tell you how fast I sobered up from that. Like I was able to drive. I felt like I was able to drive, and that's how quickly I sobered up. It was terrifying, and we all just put our hands up. We're like, whoa, 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 we're good. Like we're fine. Like hey, like everything's fine. And then like my mom, then she's like, hey, we're good. I'm good. Like these are my friends. These are my friends. I got injured. They're helping me out. Like everything is okay. And then the rest is that. Then they pretty much just drove away. They kind of gave us the okay, and then they drove away. But I would say, yeah, I don't want that happening this time. Hopefully that won't happen when I'm there in 2 weeks.
Nice,
So,
man.
I would
Yeah,
either.
So
I mean, I was in Cabo actually it was like 2 years ago, like this month. I think like the craziest thing that happened was I just got drunk and pissed off a balcony, and I think it actually hit. I think it actually hit somebody. So yeah, I mean,
What?
not that our stories are. It's
How is this the first time we've heard about this?
I've never heard that story.
because I didn't really want to talk about it. I
So you
don't
pissed
know.
off about. So you pissed
We
off a
just had
balcony,
to
and
start
you.
a podcast for it to come out.
Yeah,
So
maybe I don't know.
So Keith, let me get this straight. So you've not only pissed off a balcony, but you've also pooped inside of in the lake.
Yes, I did poop in a lake, but that's a story
It's
for
a
a different
floater.
time.
Oh.
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 Anyway, but yeah, I did piss off a balcony
Yeah, I
one
was gonna
time.
say, do it
So
for me. Do it for me.
But
It's a
no, that's
floater.
crazy.
yeah.
It's a floater.
Anyway.
Oh,
Anthony.
yeah.
No, do it in the kid voice. Do it in the kid voice.
The floater?
It's a floater. Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it.
Settle down.
JDs and Littleman, welcome to episode 4 of In the End Zone. Today, we have a very handsome-looking, beautiful guest of ours, and his name is Tyler Lewis. T. Lou, how are you doing?
I'm good. I wouldn't have picked out the show Ryan to the audience. I'm a very average to below average looking male, but I appreciate you guys having me on. It's super exciting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, of course.
Man.
Anytime, man.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome on.
Yeah.
Welcome on. I love the header. Can you give a little description as to why you picked that as the header?
I'm sure we'll get into it at some point when we go through the week 3 recap, but it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll get into that, I'm sure. Yeah, I have a lot to say.
I'm sure we will too.
Oh,
Well,
That part
you know,
has T labeled next to it.
I think realistically, the gist of what Tyler's going to say is that Josh McDaniels is a fantastic coach, and Jimmy Garoppolo might be the greatest quarterback since, I don't know, Peyton Manning.
yeah, they'll both be mentioned. They'll both be mentioned for sure.
So sweet.
How Tilo does not want, and Tilo is very, very happy that the Patriots, that he left the Patriots and that he went to the Raiders.
Yeah, there will be a lot of. I'll definitely be talking about both of those people. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
yeah, in a very good way, right?
Yeah,
we can all we all love Josh McDaniels.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of other teams. I'm sure I bet you every other team in the NFL loves Josh McDaniels, at least once a year.
No, I bet so too. I heard Henry Ruggs had a pretty big week in jail.
Yeah, Ruggs, I heard, did put up 75 points in rec league basketball.
Bro is literally he's training to become the next longest yard, the longest yard with Adam Sandler.
Yeah. He's already that cheeseburger guy.
I got the fries that'll melt your eyes.
Yeah.
I just got cheeseburger.
Hey, what about Hunter Renfrow, man? Solid one catch.
Hey, he's a hardworking man. Don't diss blue collar Renfrow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into all of that in a little bit.
Sure we will. I got a lot to say about that organization.
Yeah. Well, real quick before we hop into a little bit of a fantasy talk, Tyler Lewis is someone we've all grown up with him. I've known him since kindergarten when I famously jumped on your chest for a Lego. Remember that? And then
I do recall.
Almost forced you to break a collarbone. So you and I have some good history back and forth.
Kindergarten to 5th grade, 2 injuries. Really easy.
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask you, did it hurt when he fell on you? Or like what?
Oh, it hurt.
I'm sure, yeah. You can't tell now, given his glorious godlike physique, but when we were children, he was a bit of a big boy.
Still am, but I was like a bowling ball. I looked like AJ Gould.
Pushed Gabriel down the fucking slide and it hit T. Lou, or did you hit Hannah?
I don't know.
We could do a whole show
just on the blunders I had.
Other people.
Yeah, we really could. But that's not what we're here for. We are here to rant and rave about players and football and fantasy and all that fucking shit. So you guys want to jump into a little bit of fantasy?
I sure would.
Let us do it, as the French say.
Yep, never said that
sure.
again.
Yeah, no. All right, so Keaton, let's start with your team.
1 and 2, right? Keaton, how does it feel?
Well, I'm not really gonna talk too much about my team. Everyone actually played kind of good. Gino didn't even actually play terrible, like he's underprojected, but he had a good second half. This fucking guy, Kadarius Higgins, man.
The Cowboys having -2 points is wild. I did not know
this guy.
That.
T. Higgins couldn't catch a ball if someone held him at gunpoint to do it.
Hey, how many targets did he get? Wasn't it like 8 or 9?
He had 9 targets and 4 drops.
Like he only caught 2
balls,
what, 3? 2 balls,
4 drops, two catches, 21 yards.
That's not good.
Fuck?
Nope.
That is
And
Nope.
what round did you pick him up in? What round was this? Third or something? Fourth?
I don't know. Let's find out.
4.
Let's find out when I drafted him. 18th,
Eight-
second
The
round.
round's
Second round. That was your second round pick. right
Okay,
there.
okay, but this is what he did in the second game, which is why I was like, okay, he could definitely do something. Where the fuck is the?
Yeah. looking
No,
for
go
the
back.
picture.
Go back.
Oh, sorry,
back.
yeah, I'm on the wrong screen. God
Yeah.
darn it. Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, oh, did it again. Anyway, whatever. He put up. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
He put up 28.9 points in week 2. So I was like, okay. But man, 0 fantasy points on 8 targets. And then another 8 targets for 2 catches, 21 yards. It's just disappointing week. I lost by like 10 points.
Do you think he's
and
going
I
to be a
was
boomer
able to
bust
lead.
player?
No, I think he's just like,
There's no
I don't
shot,
know,
right?
man. He's going into a contract year, man. It's not like, he's not good. He's had 2 back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons
Do you
going
guys
into a
think there's
contract year, and he stinks.
Any possibility of T. Higgins getting traded before the trade deadline this year?
Yeah, he's definitely gone. He's 100% gone. They have, dude,
I don't think there's any way that they can keep him if they don't right the ship.
and honestly, his value going into the deadline will be too high, despite him being a monster dookie shit right now through 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's just
Monster
I don't think he gets traded, though.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
will.
think he gets traded
because
either.
no, because if he doesn't, he's a free agent and he walks.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
My
think
guess
that's-
is Cincinnati just
Because
cuts
right now,
ties.
right now
I
the
guess that is
Bengals,
fair.
the Bengals are looking like the Bungles of old, and if they can't find a way to right the ship here, they're going to start scrapping pieces off that they don't necessarily need. I mean, obviously, you're going to try to keep the O-line together to protect your investment. You got Joe Burrow, but you're going to see T. Higgins will probably be gone. You might see Tyler Boyd get the extension that T. Higgins was supposed to get because he's still number 2 wide receiver. I mean, the Bengals, in my eyes, have either 2 number 1 wide receivers or 2 number 2 wide receivers and number 1. So kind of however you look at it. But I think he might get shipped off before the trade deadline for sure.
I do too. But that's my team. It's frustrating. It's whatever.
I wonder
Walker's,
what team he would go to.
Houston.
Yeah, I
is
don't
my
know.
guess.
What team needs a
Houston.
wide receiver that's competitive?
Houston.
That'd be crazy if he went to the
Houston could
Patriots,
be
actually.
one.
Houston does.
I could realistically see the
The
Ravens
Patriots?
if they continue to be successful.
Patriots.
but they need to
Patriots
trade
need
him
a
for
fucking wide receiver.
Shut
one.
up. Mac Jones stinks.
Dude, he would be a good fit.
Mac Jones has no offensive weapons.
Yeah, but they lack fucking.
He has no wide receiver ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, and
Neither does-
freaking TikTok star Juju Smith.
Neither does Geno Smith, but he took him to the playoffs last year with that garbage,
right.
receiving core.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah,
DK
Tyler
Metcalf.
Lockett, DK
I don't
Metcalf.
wanna-
Yeah,
I don't
totally,
wanna
totally.
hear
Not
that.
wide receiver one.
No, the Patriots
He's
lack fucking firepower everywhere in their fucking wide receiver room. Even in the running back room, they do. Like, their running backs are just fucking big boys. They're not that fast. A T. Higgins on that team, I think, would fucking have at least 1,200 yards. Like, he would do really well.
because he's a deep
Really
ball
well for
threat,
that team.
and Mac Jones doesn't have a deep ball. And
Another
realistically,
team that I could
what-
realistically see T. Higgins going to
Just throw it
is
to
the
him.
Kansas City Chiefs. As much as that sucks, they have the draft capital to get him. They have the cap space, and that's just the kind of team that would make that move.
see that I could see.
Keaton,
I
But
can see that too.
If
who are
we're
the
talking,
Patriots'
no,
number one
hold
and
on.
number 2 wide receivers? Who are their
It
number
doesn't
1
matter.
and number 2 wide receivers? Though?
For me personally,
It does.
It's
T. Higgins
Denver.
is not.
Devontae
T.
Parker
Higgins.
and fucking Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne.
I don't think T.
Yeah.
Higgins would be a good fit on that team. I'm sorry. They don't run the schematics that he needs to fit. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are route runners. T. Higgins is a deep ball threat. You don't see him catching 5-yard out routes like you see Jamar Chase or Tyler
Bill
Boyd.
Belichick, if he's going to trade for a wide receiver right now, I'm sure he's licking his chops thinking about Adam Thielen, who will get into in a
Yes,
little bit here.
slot receiver.
Or Hunter
That's what he
Renfrow.
wants.
Or Hunter Renfro, bro.
Yeah, the Raiders sure aren't using him.
No. Anyway,
No,
well, that's
they're not.
enough about my team. Let's jump into a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
of
continue.
Anthony's team since we're here.
So my team popped off. Definitely did. Second most points scored this week. So that's pretty exciting. Jordan Love, a little bit nervous there in the beginning, but then you know what? He came back, solid 24 points, came back against the Saints in general, right? 18-17 win. I mean, that's pretty fucking good.
Devontae
Average
Adams, bro,
Jordan
that's
Love
crazy.
Jordan Love right now currently in fantasy is ranked number 4, and he's averaging around 22.5. Correct? Yep, 22.5 and ranked 4th.
Damn, that's crazy.
So Ramondre didn't do a whole lot. They kept on putting Zeke in a lot towards the end there, so that was kind of frustrating me. Najee, I don't expect jack shit from Najee.
Let him eat.
That's not disappointing. And then Devontae fucking Adams. Devontae fucking Adams. T-Lou, thanks for calling up McDaniels for me and leaving him a voicemail. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, I talked to him at the beginning of the game. He only listened to me and the Devontae's targets, nothing else.
Look at the boom or bust for next week, by the way, on Devontae Adams. That's so criminal against the Chargers. That's okay. We're moving on.
So look at that. Look at those.
Dude, he's going to go ballistic against the Chargers.
I know.
He should have 30 points against the Chargers. That secondary is the worst in the league.
Who's their backup quarterback? Nathan Peterman?
No, actually.
No?
Farva himself, Aiden O'Connell.
Okay,
Wow.
He's getting he might be getting 5
Are they activating him?
This is gonna be part of the conversation I have later when we go over the Raider game. But there's some controversy there as well, so we'll get into that for sure.
Sweet.
Okay. So then AJ Brown, definitely is finally getting recognized for his fantasy worth from week 3. So I was really, really happy to see that. Zay Flowers, honestly, I'm so happy with Zay Flowers. I'm really, really happy with that pick. He's a great flex overall. And averaging, I think, 11 points. No, 13. Okay, even better. He's consistently putting up 12 plus points, and or 10 plus points then. I am very happy with that pick overall. Definitely saved my ass a little bit. Tyler Bass, he's a kicker, whatever. Bills just popped off that week. The only difference is I probably wish I would have started Marquise Brown against rather than Zay Flowers, but then again, he was going against Dallas, and I didn't think Cardinals were going to beat Dallas.
Something surprising here on Anthony's lineup is the Dolphins' defense and special teams. With that score, you would have thought that they would have put up a lot more points.
Yeah, I was really, really shocked by that too. I was getting furious with that. Actually, I was like,
when you get into the actual meat and potatoes of it, if you will, you realize that almost every single one of their points was scored on offense.
Yeah. Well, so if you also look too,
scored by a running back or Tyreek Hill.
They had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 sack.
So an interesting thing too with that game is that it's just
70 to 20 is fucking embarrassing, bro.
We'll talk later.
The kicker actually in fantasy, I forget his name, but kicker for the Dolphins, 10 points. All right, you would think he would have more, but not a single field goal was attempted at all. Every single one of those was a touchdown.
Yeah,
so their kicker only got 10 points.
10 points
for a 70 to 20 game, 10 points for their kicker. Honestly, kind of ridiculous. I would think the kicker would have more. Yeah, but still, though, that was just a little off topic. But overall, really, really happy with my team. T-Lou, I wish you the best of luck going up against me. Gentleman's game. See how it goes.
I really wanted to destroy you.
Keaton, are you and I matched up this week?
Yep. I'm going to get cooked if T. Higgins doesn't show up again.
The battle of the podcast, huh?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, Zach, let's move over to T-Lose first and then save the best for last.
Yeah.
I think I had
did well too.
If I had would you have the third most or second most?
I have the second most. You have the third most.
I think I had the third most.
I got you by 1 point.
And we'll walk through it. Kirk O'Chains, unstoppable, really holding it down for the white boys.
He's QB.
Really impressive display. Right. No rushing yards, really. I think he had 10 rushing yards. He is impressive.
Damn.
He is playing some ball right now.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah,
and
he really is. That team
great
sucks,
because the Minnesota defense sucks so bad that he's constantly in shootouts. So if you look at his stat line, he's got 3 touchdowns this week, 4 last week, 2 week 1. Just
2
kind
interceptions
and slanging it.
Yeah.
So we'll go down to James Cook, who I recently traded, actually. And if I don't know if you guys want to get into that trade details, but I traded James Cook for Tank Dell and Kenneth Gainwell. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would you ever make that trade? Tank Dell is coming off back-to-back 20-point weeks. and I've got a couple of running backs, and there's a waiver wire pickup that I'm really hoping I land. So that kind of explains why I did that. We'll just
Again, the Dolphins
running
running back.
Game.
Dude, I
We're
can't believe
going to get down there. Kyron Williams, average, kind of disappointment. Justin Jefferson is exactly what Justin Jefferson is. He was the number 1 overall pick. Dog. Adam Thielen, man.
This fucking guy.
He was a last-minute pickup. I picked him up on, I believe I picked him up on
12th round. Oh,
I
you
didn't
traded
guess
him
Guess who dropped
on
him?
waivers.
This
Sure
guy.
did. He dropped him week 1. I picked
Yep.
him up for $5
Zach, you would not have started him.
on the 24th. I think that was
I wouldn't have
Sunday morning.
started on
I
my
had him
bench.
on the team,
He would have been
and I
starting
put him
this
in to
week for
start.
sure.
Shout out Jalen Waddle for being injured, which caused me to start Adam Thielen. And
Yes,
boy, am I
actually.
glad.
My team as well. Shout out
Look at
Jalen
him.
You
Waddle.
want
being
to talk
fucking
about somebody who's putting on for the white boys? Look no further than Adam Thielen.
Also-
until the NFL gets an elite
Shout out our
white
brother
cornerback.
Thielen.
Until the NFL gets an elite white cornerback, he is the marquee for what every white boy in America should aspire to be in football.
He's so good.
What about
You know-
Chris McCaffrey?
Yeah, what
No,
about Christian McCaffrey? Or
Christian McCaffrey's
your
just
boy
on a
Kirk
good
Cousins?
team.
Christian McCaffrey is an athletic freak. If Adam Thielen wasn't a wide receiver, he'd be working at Boomers. All right, let's not confuse the two.
hey, he was an insurance salesman before he became a wide receiver, so you're not
He was
wrong.
working at Boomers.
He's a
Alexander
route running
Madison-
clinic, though.
I know,
That's
right?
so much, bro.
He really is a specimen. Alexander Madison, great game. He's kind of one of those guys. Cam Akers scares me a little bit. He's on Keaton's team. With that
In
carry
faith we
share
have.
broken up a little bit, but I think Alexander Madison is almost undeniable. He gets the receiver work.
Dude,
He
that's
gets a lot
fucking
of carries.
insane that Jalen Hurts is on your bench.
Yeah, I know, isn't it?
He has not played
That's
well
insane.
recently. He does not look good this year.
He's the number 7, but the
He's
problem
position
with me
ranked
starting
7.
Hurts is I would love to. You know, I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. I wanted the Raiders to draft him out of college when that draft happened, and I think everybody can attest to that because I talked about it nonstop.
Yes, you did.
But
Mhm.
the Eagles are such a good football team that they're not going to be in a lot of close games where they're slinging the ball all day like Kirk Cousins is. So that kind of explains why he's on the bench.
Yeah. I
And
like
then
that.
just to round off this team, I know we're into the bench now, but fuck Jackson Smith and Jigba. He was a waste of a draft pick.
They're just not using him right, man. As a Seahawks fan, his usage rate right now, has been infuriating because the amount of times he's open, the amount of times he's been open in the slant has been infuriating. He's had 14 targets.
The most exciting thing about
God,
Jackson
he only
Smith
has
and Jigba
15
so
points?
far has been me waiting for announcer to fuck up. I really am.
Yeah, can you tell us the
Len-
name that
one
you
day-
fucked up with?
One day, an announcer is
Jackson
going to make
Smith.
that fatal error, and you're going to hear after halftime, "I'm really sorry. I like to think of myself as a man of faith," and you're never going to hear from him again. I
And
really
there's a
hope
deep
it's
drive by
Collins.
Castellanos.
I really hope it is Chris Collinsworth.
What if
Anyway,
no?
move
I
on
want
to
Joe
my team.
Buck.
That
If-
was kind of what I had for this week.
Wait, who is it in Jigba in Paris? Is that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can't wait to hear. Yeah, I don't know, man. I see the potential. Like in the preseason, he played fantastic, but in the preseason, DK Metcalf wasn't really playing, and neither was Tyler Lockett. So he was wide receiver 1, and even then, he was being outshined by this kid who Seattle has named Jake Bobo, 4.9 40 out of UCLA, and this kid just finds a way to get open. And I like Jackson Smith. He's just the slant guy. And I just don't see how he ever was going to fit in our system. As much as I like him, to me, he just doesn't fit. But that's okay. He's a
Michael
rookie.
Thomas. I think you guys would have been better off drafting like a Quentin Johnston.
Yeah, maybe another defensive player.
Make those deep ball catches, but I don't think Jackson Smith and Jigba's the guy.
I would have rather gone someone on the defensive line instead of Jackson Smith and Jigba. But that's whatever. That's fine. I don't care. We won.
Yeah,
so.
you need fucking defensive linemen right now, bro. You guys can't stop shit on the run.
Jaron Reed actually played really well, but that's about it. Anyway, let's go to the champion of this week, Zachariah Voisin.
Dude, I'm trying to find this fucking video of Chris Collinsworth.
You know we're not going
How
to be
do you
able to
go
see
to
it if you
your
pull it up.
lights?
So,
I was gonna send it to you.
oh,
I'll try to find it later, but
Okay.
Yeah, my team went ballistic, low key.
Dummy.
Thank God for the Dolphins, honestly.
This guy
And
sucks.
I feel a little bit bad for Isaac because what did Isaac end up scoring?
120. It's right here at the bottom.
120, and you lose by fucking 42.
I don't
That
think,
fucking sucks.
even with that score, though, this week,
Um,
it was just a crazy week. I don't think Isaac would have beat anybody. I don't know that for a fact.
Nah, he wasn't even beating me with T. Higgins and negative points from the dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
he would have beat Alex. Alex did dog shit this week. He got like
Well, let's
90
just say
something points.
if you score 120 in fantasy, you're probably competitive with most of the teams.
Yeah, you're not like getting blown
not
out
losing
every
I
by
week.
agree.
I can tell you that.
But I don't think he was this week. I think this week was an insane
Right.
week in fantasy football.
Dude, the
That's
Dolphins
right.
literally
Yeah.
just carried
It
you
was
to
just
like
super high scoring, but
Yeah.
75. No, 85.
I'll go through it.
75.
Deshaun, I think Deshaun probably had his best game of the year this week, I would assume, or maybe week one, but he did
No,
really
it was
well.
his best game.
Deshaun's
He probably
been
got a
kinda
massage
frustrating,
for it.
man. Yeah, so that was his best game.
Mid-game
Deshaun's
massage.
been really frustrating, so I'm kind of in the QB market for looking for a new starting QB, or at least one that could be on my bench and replace him if I need it. Jahmyr Gibbs might be the worst pick that I've had in the draft. He's been so fucking frustrating. I'm gonna sit him this week because of Alvin Kamara. I don't even want to talk about him. Honestly, it's fucking annoying. Everyone's like,
that is
he's a
really
must start. He's a
surprising,
must
actually,
start, and then
because
he fucking has 9 points, bro.
Yeah, and everybody was talking about how, now that David Montgomery's out of the way, watch Jahmyr Gibbs go crazy this week.
Dude,
It's-
that's exactly what I thought too. Otherwise, I would have benched him.
yeah.
He's dumb
Yeah.
explosive. He just doesn't know how to run through the fucking tackles. Like, he's not a big
Yep.
fucking running back that can do that. And they don't use him in the past, which makes no sense because he's an Alvin Kamara prototype. It's like, dude, it's just been frustrating. Miles Sanders had a really good game, and then we can kind of get into this, which is Tyreek Hill and Raheem Mostert, or should I say Raheem Mostert, because Raheem, how is he not position ranked number one? Look at his stats.
Because I believe
Who's above
Jalen
him?
Waddle's position ranked number 1.
No, not Jalen Waddle. It's
Oh, is it? Oh, it's Justin Jefferson.
no, it's not. It was somebody that I was a little surprised about. I can't remember who.
I'm actually curious now, too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it's him
It'd be
and
nice if it
Justin
just.
Jefferson. Oh, no, that's projections.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just
is
showing
it-
projections. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Anyways.
It's
Yeah.
Keenan Allen.
Oh, it's
Allen.
Keenan.
There we
Oh,
go.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's been going ballistic, too, so.
Yeah.
But thank God for the fucking Dolphins offense, honestly, because they carried me to a victory, like you said, Keaton. I think it was 31 for Tyreek Hill, which is a very high scoring game for Tyreek Hill, but I've seen him do that. Now you scroll down a little bit and you look at that man scored 45 points. He had 4 touchdowns. Look at his stats.
Yep.
No, scroll up. I want to know what running back rank he is.
Oh, he's 1.
One.
Yeah.
RB1,
And the funniest
and I
part
drafted
about
him in the
that-
9th round.
10th round.
Can we
10th
also
round, excuse
can
me.
we also real quick
Insane,
too
dude.
before we go back to Raheem? Can you go to the players on the waiver wire and look at the Dolphins' backup running back and just
Seven a
Yeah,
game.
I was
and how many
about to
points
say that.
he got as well?
Yeah,
So
hold on.
Raheem got how many? What was it? 45? You said
45. And I think
Where
this
45.
way-
Where
This
is the
is
waiver
last
wire?
name.
so. You go to players and add players.
Oh, there you go. I never used the waiver, so.
So then go
Probably
to
should.
running back.
He's already
And,
got. He already got. Oh, there he is.
No, he's not. He's right there. Pretty sure that's what Felix
51.3.
Going to go for.
51.3.
51.3, bro.
But look what he had
I'm
the
telling you,
game
all the
before.
touchdowns went to fucking running backs, and Tyreek Hill. That's it.
Yeah. No, and that's
Felix,
why
is who you're going for in off the waiver?
I can't
No, I
confirm.
said a wide receiver,
nor
right?
deny. I can't confirm nor deny.
What
But
about-
Yeah.
Zeke? Ant?
uh,
I said, what about Zeke, Ant? His favorite player.
Shut up. He's a fucking bowling ball. I fucking can't stand Zeke.
What the fuck?
Go back
are
to
you
the
doing?
Cowboys.
POV or John Bueno?
Pay.
funny part right there, he still
Hey,
wouldn't
T-
be.
Not even joking, though. I don't know if you guys saw
Are
this,
you
but
serious, Tyler? Do you bet
Running
like
back for the
did you put in like $250?
Oh wait,
I'll give you a hint. I've got 330 left.
What
I don't even know how much you have to begin with.
Dude, what are we doing?
I hate
Wait,
this. No, you know what? I kind of like it actually.
Oh my god.
We just have too much
he
money,
might-
bro.
But he might just be a bust, realistically.
He could be,
There is
but the
it is
thing is,
entirely
like-
calculable based on this outcome that he just kind of stinks. He just look, he was literally just the third down, like he was the third back, and he just I don't know. Maybe they'll use him more, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a guy
That
who
was
on
a
18 touches
game.
goes for
Fluke game.
203 yards, and as a Niners fan, Zach, Raheem Mostert's kind of made out of glass. Not a bad
Mhm.
bet.
God, look at Tua, man.
Raheem is a dog, though, bro. He is really good when he's healthy. And Tua's been balling out. I'll admit that. He should be the MVP frontrunner right now.
8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, over
yeah.
1,000 yards passing. Yeah, he's playing.
Tyreek Hill, 2,000 yards this season? Question mark.
He might
He's on
get
pace
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Go back to
It's-
my
Or
he's
team.
the
Puka-
biggest
wait, did someone play
mismatch
Puka
in-
Nacua?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex.
I think it
Hunter
is.
does.
Hunter?
I don't think he had a crazy game last week.
No, it's
No,
I
Alex.
think it's Hunter that has Puka.
It's John. John, I think, has
John.
Puka Nacua.
Oh,
Anyway.
John does.
Oh, yeah,
John's
no.
the
Anyway.
bum-ass team.
Yeah,
Down
So,
bad.
Zach.
Then I picked up the Chiefs defense. I knew they were going to do well because they were playing Chicago with their really good
Pussy.
franchise quarterback. Right, guys? Justin Fields, franchise quarterback.
Whoever
Whoever said that
goes.
in the fucking group chat should be fucking fired from anything they do with the NFL.
Franchise legend.
Yeah, the funny part, Zach, is that I
And
tried
then-
to pick up the Chiefs defense, and you outbid me because I knew the schedule they have upcoming is cake.
Yeah. They might be a top 10 defense, though, when it's all said and done at the end of the year.
I think by
And
the
then
end
Jake
of
Elliott,
week
I
6,
believe,
they're
is
gonna be the
kicker
number
number
one.
one.
Yeah, by the end of week 6, the Chiefs might be the number one defense.
Agreed.
Maybe.
Jake Elliott, I believe, is kicker number one. You can check that real quick.
He is.
He's been going low-key ballistic, too. And then my bench, Jerry Jeudy, I fucking hate him. I wish I dropped him
Sucks.
instead of Adam Thielen.
Jerry Jeudy is a bust of all busts
Dave Davis
right now.
is the definition of boomer bust. And then
Mhm.
Kamara's coming back this next week, so I am going
Yeah.
to be stacked at running back.
I know. I'm so fucked. this week.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty
realistically.
good week.
Hey, Zach. don't
Definitely an
forget,
outlier week, though. There's no way I
Jalen
scored
Hurts is
160
still on the
points again
trade
like
on the
that.
trade block. Don't forget.
I put up almost 200 or 180 last
be
week.
talking.
So and then I put up 120 something.
Well, just the way I scored
Alright.
160, like look at my team. Like maybe the defense and kicker is like kind of abnormal. but it
Mostert's
could be,
not
like,
putting
normal.
up 45.
Miles Sanders is
again, and
normal.
that-
Deshaun is normal. Raheem and Tyreek Hill will not put up. I mean, maybe Tyreek
like
Hill
a
will, but Raheem
maybe
will
he's a
never put
10
up
to 15
45.
point. Yeah. 20
Yeah.
points. Yeah.
15, 20. And Darren Waller fucking scoring 5. Yeah, like that's just not gonna happen.
But yeah.
yeah, he's never going to
yeah,
score
solid
5
week.
points again.
Well, one of the now that that's kind of talked about, one of the things that I've started to try and do a little bit is show the fun and shitty side of NFL. So what we're gonna do, same thing we did last week. We're just gonna go through and look at the best throws, the best runs, the best catches, one of each pretty much. And then Anthony actually threw in an extra little fun moment from Tyreek Hill, so we'll use that one as the first. Let's go ahead
I'm gonna
and
try to find the video.
Yeah,
It's
I thought
kinda
this was
sick.
hilarious.
scores a touchdown. This is so fucking disrespectful at the same time that it's so cool.
First touchdown of the game.
Dude,
Just jumping up and
This is the
down.
first touchdown?
it's so good.
That's so
It's
hard.
I
so
thought this
funny.
was like after the route had started.
It's so good.
Oh my god, I found it.
I
love
Oh my
that.
god.
If you're doing
Alright,
that
just-
after the
just
first
text it.
TD, you know it's a bad.
Just text
day
it to me. Text it
for
to me.
the opponent.
All right, it's good.
The other one I wanted to show, I have a few, but
Dude, that is so
I thought-
sus. That's crazy. He
I
said
thought
that.
I thought this was so funny. Hold on. Is this it'd be nice if I could find the
Okay, I just sent it to you.
high
Keaton.
quality. Okay. Where is here you go. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I wanted to
saying,
find the one that was good
deserved.
quality. Okay. Sam Howell
I'll go fuck myself.
might be the worst quarterback right now in the NFL. Top 5. But this run was awesome. For a fatter
Sam Howell.
Baker Mayfield. A fat Baker
Trash can.
Mayfield, which is already insane. Watch this run. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. Watch this run.
Him and Kenny Pickett. Yeesh.
Get off. Get off. Dude, that's insane.
Oh,
Sneaky
Oh my
athletic.
God.
that's
Yeah.
good.
That was
Oh,
Sneaky
and-
athletic.
Speaking of trash cans, Zach,
Those jerseys are disgusting.
Justin Fields. Right here,
Here we
guys.
go. I got Kenny
Yeah, there you
Pickett.
go.
You do?
Tyler, do you
I
want
got
Jimmy
Justin
G?
Fields right here.
Take Jimmy G.
I got-
Tyler.
I got T.
You want me to
Higgins,
grab
guys. I got
Jimmy
T.
G right now?
Higgins.
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, that's
You're making me
on.
crazy. So Kenneth, all right, real quick. I would just want to I want to dick ride just a little bit. Okay, Kenneth Walker had a really good week, right?
Here we
What
go.
the fuck?
Here
Kenneth
we-
Walker had a fantastic.
Hey,
he put up
hey,
30 fantasy points.
If Keaton wants to
Keaton, you
dick ride
started
him,
a
he can dick
conversation
ride
by
him all
saying,
night
"I
long,
want a
all right?
dick."
Yeah, come up.
No,
right
no,
here.
no, no, no. I said
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was because he said. Keaton,
I said I want-
And I quote said, "Hold on one second, fellas. I want a dick.
No, I said I want to.
dick ride."
I
And if
said
we
I
He said he
want a
wanted to
dick ride.
him.
I'm gonna dick ride
he
Kenneth
wants
Walker
to-
right now.
If Keaton wants to dick ride Kenneth Walker, he can dick ride him all night long. All right, that's all I got to say. Let him cook. Let him dick ride. Go for it, Keaton.
Kenneth Walker last week had almost 100 yards
What
rushing.
are you talking
He had-
about, Ant? You're just talking just to talk.
Kenneth Walker had 100 yards rushing, 3 catches
Shut up,
for
Will.
46 yards, and 2 catches, or sorry, 2 touchdowns. Right, but this play was nasty. All right,
Shameful.
I can't even get through a segment.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You-
Oh,
Oh my God!
that was
What a block by
filthy.
Gino.
Ugh.
No, oh my God!
Screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Huge.
oh
That's disgusting.
yeah, that was nasty. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Gino should have
Look.
put his body on the line there.
As a
Kenneth
defender,
Walker-
too.
Throwing a real block.
And real quick, I just want to show this because I really think he is extremely talented. I think he just has to be used in the right situation, and he has to be healthy. Oh, watch the full run because I thought this was fantastic.
Why don't we just put on the full game highlights and
He's
react to that
just-
for 30 minutes?
He's just fast, man. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I
He's
didn't.
fast.
I wanted to show the full video. All right, the last video I had saved was the best throw. So if you guys want, we can show that one real quick. This is actually also against Seattle because I thought we absolutely got cooked on this. Andy Dalton always finds a way to just smoke us, and I'm glad we actually beat him because last year we didn't. But the throw specifically,
Oh my God!
it was shoelaces. That's what he got it in.
Nasty stuff, man.
Yeah.
Wow! That's a dime.
Yeah. And then this is obviously the one that
Oh yeah.
This was
is-
gonna be my catch of the game.
Yeah, this is my catch of the game as well.
Freak play, bro. There's probably 5 wide receivers in the league that can do that.
yeah.
Insane.
See, I had Mike Evans.
Mike
last year
Evans
in
is
fantasy.
playing out
Why
of his
couldn't he
mind
do
right
shit
now,
like
too.
that for me last season? Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well-
Mike Evans is going ballistic right now.
Our last
Yeah, I know.
video-
I'm pissed. He
No,
didn't do
he's-
shit for me
What you will
last
I
about
know.
season.
Mike
He
Evans,
went
he's
crazy.
got 1,000 receiving yards like every single year of his career.
8 straight years of 1,000 receiving yards. Only time in NFL history it's ever happened.
It's probably going to be 9 with Baker Mayfield
It will
as
be.
quarterback.
It will be. He's already at 300 plus yards. This is the last video we had. I forgot about this one. Tyler requested it specifically, and it was a good moment.
The best play of the week.
This was the most fun play, especially because the Jaguars stunk it up against the Texans.
Oh yeah, this was crazy.
On the kick.
Oh yeah.
Fullback.
And he's a fullback.
Another. This is a great week for the white boys. I'll tell you.
I know.
Putting on for the brand. Look at
that's a sad angle by that kicker.
Yeah,
it's a bad angle. They don't teach how to. Dude,
Jacksonville just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Look at him
they
run.
did not show up.
Watch that. Here comes this guy, 25. He's about to feel what the dirt tastes like.
Doink.
Oh my god.
Yeah, whack indeed. Yeah.
Ethan,
All right.
What's up?
play that video that I sent you,
What'd you send it
and
on?
then we can get into some of the games.
What'd you send it on?
Text message.
Oh, well, that's
text
going to be. It's an Instagram video? Okay. It's going to be already tough to play. 'cause
It'll
I'm on
lead into
Instagram.
Tyler's segment.
Oh boy. Is this the video?
I think
was
I
gonna
know.
bring this up for
Okay, let me do this.
I think I know the first thing that you're going to talk about, but this should kind of lead into.
There was
I know
an
that you
article, I
heard
don't know
this
if we
too.
have it or
This
not, but-
Well-
one was so sus to me.
Well, actually, we can actually do this. Hold on.
because there was one play during the Raider
you guys-
game where
you guys
I
can
would
go
love to
ahead and
put this up
rant.
if we have it, but I don't know if we do.
You guys can go
The
ahead and
Raiders
rant.
player
I'm
had
gonna-
Najee Harris wrapped
work
up
on this.
around the ankles, and then Najee Harris proceeded to still stiff arm another safety. It was ridiculous.
yeah.
It it
That was
filled up
with
the
like
game
2
for
minutes
us.
left, right?
Yeah,
That was while you and I were on the phone. Yeah.
I was on the phone with you when that happened.
Bad play. Yep.
Let me do this. Let me get this video pulled up, the one that you sent me, so you guys can go ahead and talk a little bit. Tyler, do you want to rant a little bit about the Raiders while I'm pulling this up, since we're already getting into a good
I'll
segue about
wait
it?
for that for you to pull up the box.
I would like
score.
to. I would like to give a shout out to the Patriots, who are still undefeated against the Jets since 2015. So fuck the Jets, we fucking own them. So I'm happy about that. That's all.
You guys
That's all
remember
I gotta
last
say.
season when the game was tied, and then Rashad Moore Stevenson lateraled the ball to Jacoby Myers, and then Jacoby Myers threw the ball like 30 yards backwards right to Chandler Jones, and then Chandler Jones stiff arm Mac Jones into the dirt.
Yeah, how could I forget that?
What if
here we
the
go.
play Chandler Jones really got all the CTE from?
Isn't he going crazy?
Yeah, he's lost his damn mind.
Yeah. Okay. Zach, I found the clip
Unfortunately,
Zach, I found the clip that you sent me on TikTok. So in a few seconds here, I'm gonna send it in.
Dude, this one was
And-
so sus. And we need to play it a couple times because at first you don't hear what he says, but just pay attention and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's sus as
Oh,
hell.
it's the Chris Collinsworth.
Chris
clip?
Collinsworth, man. He's the king of fucking susness.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we're
think
gonna
he does
share
it on
this real
purpose
quick.
to get the media attention.
He's right.
Okay, we're gonna share this
From
real
the
quick.
waist
This
down.
man lives for that shit. Here we go.
Can we all hear this?
Looks like he weighs about 200 pounds
Yep.
from the waist down. Just big, thick Saquon Barkley kind of looking running back, and he is very difficult.
Hold on, fellas.
Replay it. Everyone, wait.
Looks like he weighs about 200 pounds from the waist down. Just big, thick Saquon Barkley kind of looking running back, and he is very difficult.
I mean, Chris Collinsworth, but
You need to leave.
you, man.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
No, that was weird. When I was watching the game live, I was like, hold on
I
a
mean,
second.
Yeah.
You can't even like defend.
You can't
him,
make that shit
explain
up.
That. It's just
Yeah,
one of those
I
things
mean,
where
it's not
like,
quite
yeah,
as
you
good
can't
as
make
the
it up.
Kit
It's like,
Bayless clip where,
Chris, what the
you know,
fuck?
when you're
Oh,
banging
hell
up
no.
against him until he
Nothing
can't
will ever
take
top that.
anymore.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
a little
Yeah, yeah.
overwhelmed by your girth and tonnage.
Yeah. And now he's freaked out by your girth and tonnage.
Yeah.
Wait. He said something that was hella sus to Richard Sherman too recently, and Richard
I saw
Sherman
that.
literally could not look him in the eyes. He's like, well, and he like starts laughing, and you can kind of see that he's like really uncomfortable, but he can't like air that. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
he's just like, well, and he like kind of like sits there for a second. He's like, No, I don't think that's the case.
Well,
And dude,
Well.
homie's just sitting there like unfazed by what he says. Oh,
here's a
Is
good
this
segue into a little bit of why we brought Tyler Lewis on the podcast. As well as as much as I love talking to him about football, this was one of the things where I'm like, man, it is perfect that he's going to be here this week.
Tyler.
Well,
Here's your time, brother.
what
You're your
have we here?
therapist for the week.
Another Raiders loss. Now let's break this down from a fundamental
Go
standpoint.
back to the player stats. Kenny
Let's
Mittens
go with
Pickett
the overview.
threw for
Let's start with the
250 yards and 2
overview. Let's
touchdowns.
go to the score. Let's start with the scoring summary. Scroll
Yeah.
on down.
3 interceptions.
All right.
Oh my god.
Right here.
No.
Right
Let's
here.
let
You got-
Tyler cook.
Devontae Adams, 32-yard catch from Jimmy G. Nice ball. This was already kind of where I was like, man, the Raiders are already looking like shit. This was like their third drive where they scored. The first couple drives were just catastrophic. I think Jimmy threw his first interception early in the game. And he was just, I mean, when you talk about somebody setting up a team to fail, you can look no further than Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels. And then you get the Calvin Austin touchdown, which I don't know if there's a clip of this, we have it, but was just
I can pull it.
disrespectful to Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters looks like a slow old man out there. And I was super excited when we signed him. I was like, okay, maybe he's got a little left in the tank. He doesn't. He has nothing left in the tank.
Nope.
He dropped a pick six that was going to the end zone, dropped it, and then he proceeded to cover nobody. He got burned so bad on this play, the safety couldn't even keep up with this guy. And it was a great play from Calvin Austin. He ran a great route and just burned everybody on the football field. But you got to look better than that.
So he's fast as fuck.
Yeah,
But,
and
he had a cushion of at least 10 yards, which is sad.
right? You got 7 points on the board, and then you let up 23 unanswered. Here's the
Calvin Austin play.
Let's break it down. Motion, Nate Hobbs follows them, so now they know it's cover one. You're gonna watch
It's
him
almost
launch
as if he
the ball
thought
down
he
the
had
field.
safety help.
He should have, but Marcus
5 yards
Epps
of cushion.
for the route underneath, and Marcus Peters, 37,000 years old, just can't keep up with it. Look at this, Nate Hobbs following him. If you watch this route, George Pickens is going to run. It's going to be a comeback. Safety's going to fall for it. By the time this ball's getting released, he's already coming down on that route. He goes, oh shit, somebody's behind me, and you're not catching him. So he's gone. So, and then you go down, if you go back to the scoring summary, sorry, I'm all over the place here.
No, you're good.
Let up 23 unanswered points. Devontae Adams catch for a touchdown. And at this point, Jimmy G had already thrown another interception somewhere in the third quarter. Devontae Adams, touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, Michael Mayer, pass from Jimmy Garoppolo for the 2-point conversion. You're down by 8 now. You've got about 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And you get stopped on third down, and you kick a field goal. There's still like 3.5 minutes left. At that point, you're down by 5 with 3.5 minutes left. It's reasonable to think you might be able to get the ball back. But
I could have argued for that play.
But there was a penalty. So you move up half the distance to the goal. You get stuffed on 3 more downs. Now it's 4th and 4 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. And you kick another field goal. If your plan was to kick a field goal and go down by 5, why wouldn't you just have declined the penalty and went down by 5 and then put your defense on the field? Because you got all this faith in your defense, they're going to get the ball back. But instead of going for it on 4th and 4 on the 8-yard line with the receiver talent you have Devontae Adams, who is still arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Second and third, maybe to Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. 1A,
Got
1B,
Jacoby
1C.
Myers, who's no scrub. And you've got Hunter Renfrow, who is built for short distance, it's like 4th and short or 3rd and short. He's built for that. He runs great routes.
Goal line plays.
You've got the playbook, and you're Josh McDaniels, and you're this offensive guru. Oh, I led the Patriots to all these Super Bowls, and I did all this stuff. No, you didn't. Bill Belichick probably told you You probably had to go ask for permission. Hey, Bill, I want to run this play. Is that okay? And Bill told you yes or no.
Tom Brady also made a lot of those plays for himself.
You're a damn fool. So you kick the 26-yard field goal. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left. You're down by 5 now. You still need the fucking touchdown. So you're this was the part that fucking killed me. You're down by 8. You say, I'm going to kick the field goal. We're going to trust our defense. But you trust your defense enough to get the ball back after a kickoff, but you don't trust your defense enough to get the ball back on the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
And if you convert, you score a touchdown. Now you're tied. If you get another stop.
Low-key, you guys would have been better off if he missed the field goal.
Exactly. Like, go for the touchdown. You have to score a touchdown. You're down by 8 points. You don't.
No, exactly.
Yeah, here we go. So let me just
it would have been the
Control
same
Zoom.
out if you would have went for it or not.
At 3:11 or 3:11 left in the game, Daniel Carson 48-yard field goal is good, nullified by penalty. Penalty leverage, right? Where you try and
Crazy
block
penalty. I've never seen that
yeah.
penalty ever called. I knew about it, but I've never seen it called.
It's to me, it's sometimes amazing how good the refs, even though sometimes they suck, how good they are at spotting that stuff. Because even in the replay, I'm like, fuck, I barely see that.
Yeah. Barely touched
It's like last year when we were playing the Steelers, Malcolm Kuntz got blocked the kick, but they called a penalty because he pulled on a defender, and they called holding on the blocking team or whatever you want to call it.
That's wild.
It had only ever been called before once in NFL history.
Yeah.
But anyway, then you go.
So then we go 3:10.
Yep. So you lose a minute before you kick that field goal. And you force the punt, but not before you let them get 6 plays and take all the time off the clock.
Oh my God, dude.
We didn't get the
I
ball
just
back
noticed this.
Yeah.
So first and 10. Wait, scroll up real quick. 1st and 10, you throw a pass to Josh Jacobs for 6 yards. You needed 4 yards in 3 plays?
Yeah.
And they didn't get it in 2, and then they decided to kick the field goal after burning a full minute of time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
At this point, you still had 3 touchdowns or 3 timeouts, correct?
No, we only had 2.
Yeah.
At this point?
So, yeah, at this point, now you have to get the ball back and score a touchdown.
No, at 2nd and 4.
At 2nd and 4.
Before Carlson hit the field goal.
Yes, before Carlson kicked the field goal, we had 2 timeouts left.
Oh, okay, I see. Damn, dude, that's shitty.
You go.
No. You guys, when you guys kicked that field goal, you had all 3 timeouts because right here it's timeout number 1 by Las Vegas.
Okay, I thought we had
but
Why
still,
the fuck wouldn't you at least run the ball once? Like, I get running the ball fucking fucks up your fucking play calls and getting them in, and it might run off the clock for a bit, but dude, oh man, 2nd and 4,
so
like if you do a fucking QB draw or like just a fucking drop the middle with fucking
Jacobs,
Jacobs,
to get a couple more yards,
and then
to
you
make it
run
where
to the
4th and
fucking
2 or 4th and 3.
Dude.
That's not neither here nor there. You're on your 4th and 4 at your own 8-yard line. You go for it, you don't get it. Your defense has to go defend on the 8-yard line. The best punter in the NFL is only going to kick that thing to, what is it? What's the best punter average right now? Like 50 yards? So now you have the ball on the 58-yard line?
Yeah.
But
well, and then
and there's no pressure.
And they honestly,
this is a must-have play.
The third and 2, 2:12 left, and you only have a single timeout.
Away that quarter is from the wide receiver who's going to catch the ball.
A full 10 yards.
Okay, also, wait. Keem, don't press anything. Keem, don't press anything. Oh. Go back.
Look, they just sold out. Like, why are you in a soft zone? Why is Nate Hobbs on the flat? Why aren't you manned up here? Man up. Cover your man. Make
play
a
the
play.
full thing first, and then we'll go slow-mo. Play the full thing first, then we'll go slow-mo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll run it 3 times.
Immediately cuts in.
No.
Yeah.
I know exactly what the fuck happened here. Who the fuck is that?
And now let's start
You fucked this play up. Watch this.
Well, he bit on the read. He bit on the out route.
Yep, right
You
there.
guys are doing a blitz
He's gonna-
here. Pause it.
he's
Pause it.
gonna-
Pause it. Go back just a little bit. Look at this play right here. Cornerback
So the
number
reason this
39,
happened
the
is
one that's
because
rushing.
pretty
He
much
is
for this
yelling
entire
at
game, if you
41
watch
that you
a
need to
lot
get
of
to the
highlights-
fucking flats.
No, so he's covering the flat, Zach. Watch. He's not chasing the quarterback. If you press play. But he is blitzing. Why would they do that?
Which means
anyway,
Yeah,
the
that made it
fucking
worse.
linebacker needs to get to the flats. Which means
You can't
41
justify why
fucked that
Mike
bitch up.
or Coach Josh McDaniels does anything he does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
this was crazy. This was horrible fucking coverage. Horrible. This isn't
Look at-
even
okay,
like a cover
And
two,
but
a
theoretically-
man cover.
if Pickett throws across his body towards the other side of the field, that's our look. He already has a first right there.
He's open.
He had a first on every
But that's what I'm saying.
receiver
This
running
isn't
around.
man.
Yes.
This isn't man coverage. This isn't cover 1. This isn't cover 3. This is no coverage. That's like typically called. This is nothing. This is a fuck up.
Yeah, no,
No.
this is
A blunder.
absolutely
This is
nothing.
what it is.
Yep.
You can't
So-
even make
Shitty
this up
zone.
in
It's a
fucking
shitty zone.
too.
Yeah. No, it's
God,
dumb.
he's
It's
open
dumb.
by 20 yards.
Yeah. If he wanted to, like, if he would have kept running, what are you still pissed off about, Marcus? I don't even want to talk about it right now. But
Man coverage. It's
Well,
not even man
one
coverage.
time.
That's nothing. That's literally nothing.
no, it's
I
nothing.
don't
Like,
know what
look,
you can
look
explain
what
this
they're
as.
doing. And I get
As a fan, that's the type of play right there that fucking pisses you off, bro. Especially with
But
like
what
a
pissed me off
relatively
is
not
going
great
for the touchdown,
franchise.
because you
Yeah.
like that was what killed us. You don't show any confidence in anybody at that point. You don't show confidence in your
Well-
defense by not going for it on fourth down, and you don't show confidence in your offense by letting him go for it. You instead chose to kick a field goal and then put your defense on the field on the 20-yard line as opposed to the 8. And you're still
Couldn't be
down.
trusted all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the worst part was in the post-game interview, McDaniel says, "Oh, well, we know the outcome if that goes right, and we needed 2
Oh, my
possessions. You did need 2 possessions, but you needed
He
one.
said-
The first one, if you look up any fucking rule in the NFL, the first possession, if you're in a 2-possession game, you need to get the touchdown first. Unless
Yeah.
you're
Wait,
down
no,
by
you didn't.
10
You
with
needed
like
one
5
possession.
minutes left, and they weren't down by 10.
You
with
needed
5
one
minutes left.
possession.
Exactly. Like, you needed to tie the game.
You were only down one possession though.
Yeah, and then if you can score a touchdown and you don't get the 2-point conversion, then you still need a field goal. So, like, who
Here's the
do you
thing.
not
I'm
have
not
to take
gonna.
in?
I'm not gonna.
Here you go. I found the
Yeah.
video. And I'm going to share this.
I'm not gonna say that the Raiders are a horrible franchise just because they do have good history. Recent years, though, they have
No,
not been a
dude,
great
they're a horrible
franchise.
franchise. When you've been to the
Right now,
playoffs
they're a
2
horrible
times
franchise.
in 20 years. In 21
But
years, you've been to the playoffs 2 times. Twice.
Right, but watching as a fan, that right there, that play right there is the type of fucking play that makes you hate your franchise. Hate it. Because it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck are you calling? Like, as a fan, you watch that and you're like, what is this? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? 3rd and 2, and you're playing 10 yards off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. As a Raiders fan in your shoes, I'd be pissed at the fucking franchise,
No,
at the
I'm
fucking team
furious.
specifically right now. But it's
I
like,
had 2 choices
specifically
there.
with the
Either-
franchise, you've watched this happen for like the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Tilo,
just typical.
Let's let's
And the
listen to
funny
this
thing
audio
is,
clip.
it's
Yeah,
like-
go ahead.
The funny thing is, while this was happening, Tyler's like, oh, just Raiders moment, another Raiders moment. So you're just used to it at this point.
No, dude, it's not shocking
that.
anymore. Like,
That's the type
it's
of
like,
play that
there's
pisses me off.
there's this old thing called Murphy's Law, where the saying is anything that can go wrong will. They should change that to Raiders Law. Anything that can go wrong will.
Hey, those are the autumn winds you're talking about, Tyler. Keep it down.
The autumn
Oh,
wind is a Raider. It is in fact a Raider, but this doesn't
Jimmy
feel
G.
very Raidery
The
this year.
the autumn wind is a Murphy law.
It's a Raider.
All I
law.
got- all I gotta say, Tyler, is Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Seriously,
Jimmy.
And I think I remember telling Zach over a phone call back in like February, the worst thing the Raiders could possibly do this offseason is sign Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep,
And you guys signed Jimmy Garoppolo.
You're wasting.
exactly what you did.
And the saddest part is like, as a fan, I don't even care like that. I know they're not going to be successful this year. I'm more pissed that like you're wasting one of the greatest wide receiver ever's last couple years of his prime, wasting it. It's insane.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know
Real
if you
quick,
would like
too.
consider it wasting it just because he's doing so well and he has been doing really well, but definitely not competitive for him if that's
Yeah,
what
but
you mean.
he didn't come here to get a bag
Right.
and
I get what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
he could have got
In
paid
your
in
opinion-
Green Bay. Green Bay actually offered him more money. But he
Right.
came here to play with Derek Carr, which is another absolute mistake that Josh McDaniels made.
Tyler,
Well,
I
let
was
me-
going to ask, what is your what's your opinion on this, real quick, and then we'll get into the video. Would you rather have Derek Carr right now over Jimmy G?
Absolutely.
Why?
This is the trade-off, right? Jimmy Garoppolo has won a lot of football games. Derek Carr is a better arm talent. He has, after seeing a few games here, clearly, as bad as it is, he still has better pocket presence.
Right.
Jimmy G is back there doing the two-step and the
Way
fucking tango.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a fucking ballerina back there.
And Derek Carr knew how to find multiple receivers.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, half of his passes go to Devontae Adams, and he's never open for them. Like, teams are scheming against that. Like, I just think that if Derek Carr was leading this offense, you would have seen a close game against the Bills last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we lose 38-10. I think we lose that game, but I think we lose it 24-34 or something like that, something more manageable.
Right.
I think that he was a leader in the locker room. I don't think Jimmy is that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think that team, other than Max Crosby right now, who is the only player playing decently on the defense, is the only presence in that locker room. I think that when I think of Josh McDaniels after a loss, I don't see him in my head talking to the team, being like, "Hey guys, we'll go get the next one." Like something like when you look at Dan Campbell, right? Dan Campbell, I don't even know what side of the field he coaches. He's a defensive coach, whatever.
He just coaches
Defense.
football.
He's a football coach. He is a player coach. He knows how to get with his players. He knows how to control a locker room and bring these guys together. I don't think that's Josh McDaniels at all. I think when I think of him when he loses, I think he's probably in his office pouting, being like, "Man, wish my players would have played a little bit harder." Instead of thinking, "Man, how could I have coached this game better?"
Which
and he
we're
never
gonna
takes responsibility.
yes,
When
and we'll see right
Dan
here on this
Campbell's the
clip.
type of coach that makes you want to run through a brick. Josh
Yes.
McDaniels is the type of coach that makes you want to fucking cry under a rainbow.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
the big
and
difference.
We'll watch this right here. Hold on.
You have two choices there. You try to make it a 5-point game where you have an opportunity to win it with a touchdown if you get the ball back, or you try to, go for it there. And then if you happen to convert, then you got to make the 2-point conversion, all the rest of it. So, just those are the decisions you got to make. I thought we did a decent job of putting ourselves in third down there the next series with the defense to try to have a play to get off the field, and we didn't handle that play very well.
So you hear what he's saying? Like, we needed and if we don't get the 2-point conversion, you have to deal with that. Yeah, you do have to deal with that. Because if you don't get the 2-point conversion, guess what? You only need a fucking field goal.
You know what he's doing, right? He's making
You're in the
excuses
same
so he doesn't get
fucking
shit on right
position.
there. He's
Exactly.
literally
You're in
just
the
trying to
same
make
position.
excuses. That's all he's doing.
He doesn't know why he did what he did. So he's just pretending that it didn't that he made a perfect decision.
Do you guys remember last year when Nathaniel Hackett just time and time again in big moments would just somehow collapse mentally and lead the Broncos to bad situations, specifically Thursday night football to open up the season in Seattle.
Oh, dude,
and
that was
with
bad.
with a minute and a half left, decide to kick a 65-yard field goal and they missed. I watched Josh McDaniels call plays and I'm just like, I don't get it. It's it's bad when even like Chris Collinsworth and every single announcer that call games are just like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Right.
They even said they're like, I'm surprised they're kicking a field goal. They can't bash Josh McDaniels, but they can say, well, I wouldn't personally call this. Oh, this is
Not a
surprise,
great
which usually
decision.
means what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's a tragedy, that you would think you would hire some guy that clearly has no idea what he's doing and has a proven track record of not knowing what he's doing. And every time he fails, he runs back to
Blasphemous.
Papa Belichick. Look at what he did in Denver. Look at what he almost did in fucking Indianapolis. That should have been a key to you right there when he signed the contract damn near to head coach the Indianapolis Colts and then backed out. You know how much of a fucking coward you are? And that's reflective of how he coaches football. He's a coward. He's spineless. He's got no guts. He's got no skin in the game.
But he's got a sick haircut.
He's like
he's
a
got a
wide
cool
receiver
haircut.
or a running back who got paid big and then just was like, oh, I don't need to try as hard now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm injured. I
Kenny
can't
Galladay.
play, but my money's fully guaranteed. So, I'm sick
Like
of him.
Galladay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly like Galladay. Sorry, I know I took up like all the time talking.
No, I mean it's nice having you
You're
on,
chilling,
man. This is
Yeah,
literally
no, I love
what this
it.
is what I
been
wanted when
fun
I
so
invited
far.
you on.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well,
We wanted that
rant.
rant. You
Yes.
probably needed it too.
That.
I
You needed it too.
Sure
Instead
did.
of your closet door.
Every time
Okay,
I'm
and-
over a Raiders loss, somebody pulls me back in.
Yeah.
You're a less depressed Raiders fan now.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Right.
well, now that we got a little bit of our recap done, obviously there was just a lot of blowouts this week. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Real
What
quick.
was it that Zach said? Hang on. Zach said a good way to describe this week was bad teams played bad, good teams played
teams
great,
good.
or bad teams backs blown out by great teams. That's
Or-
the sum up of week 3.
All right.
Or real quick, if you're Dallas, good team gets back
versa.
destroyed by bad team.
Mhm.
But we
Yeah.
had a lot of blowouts. Like Lions smoked the Falcons, Chargers played the
Bills.
Vikings, and that was the battle of the shits.
You have the Bills and the Commanders. Like
The Saints
The
Packers
worst
game was
defenses in the
lame.
league.
I honestly think the best game of the week might have actually just been the Eagles Bucks, and even that wasn't close. Like the Raiders Steelers game was
Yeah.
infuriating to watch. So there
We all
isn't
agree.
really
Yeah.
much. There wasn't much football to be like, oh man,
Oh
just
no,
play
that
or
Saints Green
this
Bay
game was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
That
it
was fun
felt
in the
like the
fourth
Saints.
quarter.
Yeah,
Derek
First three quarters,
Carr, if
so.
he didn't go out that game, would have won that. By the way.
exactly.
For
That's
the record.
that's where I'm just like, I'm not giving the Packers an out. They choked last week against the Falcons, and they almost sold this game against the Saints without Derek Carr in the second half, and you could obviously tell it was a different team.
Yeah, Derek Carr
Right.
would have probably won that game. I think 35
Yes.
to nothing.
There
Yeah.
really wasn't. I think for me, the only game that I had intended to really cover, and we won't really get in depth, was the Ravens losing to the Colts, who the Colts didn't even have Anthony Richardson. They don't have Jonathan
No, they did
Taylor.
not.
They had Zach Moss and Gardner Mustache Minshew against a fully, for the most part, healthy Ravens team, i.e., or like except Joshua Dobbs. That's it. And
Yeah.
four? There was, I think, 7 or 8 possessions, 4 for each team in overtime. The Ravens had every opportunity to win that game. And I went on Twitter and I saw all these fucking Ravens fans after losing to the Colts saying, oh, there was a holding on that play. Oh, it was a bad missed call.
Should have
No,
been that close.
you shouldn't have lost to the Colts in overtime. 5
That's like a
quarters.
Broncos
This
fan
is
coming
why
out being
Ant and
like,
I hate the Ravens.
yeah,
5
that's like a
quarters,
Broncos fan
and you
coming out
score
being like,
fucking-
oh, on their 70th touchdown of the game, the Miami's tackle hell. Why didn't they call that?
Yeah. Well,
fucking hate the Ravens.
Like that was gonna
Dude.
help you, brother.
5 quarters. They played almost 5 quarters of football, and they scored 19 points. Let me just break this down. They had a touchdown in the first quarter, nothing in the second, a touchdown in the third quarter, a field goal and a safety in the fourth quarter, and then 4 straight pointless possessions in overtime. Let's not forget, they were on the 50-yard line. 2 first downs, game over. And you know what? Lamar sucks. I'm going to put that out there. He is arguably the
Yeah.
worst pocket.
Yes,
Thank
He's
you.
one
I
of-
like that.
To me,
Well,
he is
I
one of
love
the
that.
worst pocket passing quarterbacks I have ever witnessed. For, as people describe him, one of the generational talents we've ever seen. He is a running back who somehow just has a good arm to throw deep. He cannot throw short. He can't throw accurate.
Fuck
So
Lamar Jackson and fuck the Ravens.
I think
Fuck
I
'em.
know what's really going on here.
don't.
Mm.
Hey, look, Gardner Minshew won it for the boys. For the
Come
brand.
on, guys.
Oh,
Let's
my
get real here.
Guys, I love Patrick Mahomes. Let me just talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my God, we're not getting to the
Well,
Patrick
well,
Mahomes.
anyway,
what
shit.
have we
well,
here?
I needed to
Well,
rant a
well,
little bit
well.
about that. Now that we've
Power rankings.
kind of covered a little bit, yeah, let's
Yes,
jump
sir.
into Tyler. Welcome to our
This is
power
going to be an
rankings
interesting
segment.
one. A lot
will
of
be.
movement.
A lot of movement.
Yes, there's a
So
lot of this.
I couldn't find the
I
original
think,
one that I was
though-
using, so this is different. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
this is
just
great.
do this. There you go. Perfect.
Yep. Thank
Problem
you.
solved.
That's perfect.
You're nuts.
Oh, I didn't even see the Niners there.
I'm not I'm sorry. I'm not putting the
putting
Niners over the Dolphins.
number one. I think
I
it's
don't
kind
think
of
the Dolphins are the
interchangeable
best
like
team in
last
the
week.
NFL. I don't think the Dolphins.
I think if the
it's-
Niners played the Dolphins right now, they would win.
I
Who?
think the Niners are still the best team in the NFL.
I don't think
you
they
guys
have
think
a
about it
good
like
enough
that.
defense to beat
If
the
this was
Niners.
a full 32 team ranking, where would the Raiders be? Just
Humor you. Here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Oh, hold on.
28,
Oh, is that-
29.
Is that gonna update? Oh, hold on. I gotta take this
I
as
think-
of normal view. Oh, please don't reset. Oh, it's not gonna let me wait.
it's
do I
okay.
wanna-
It's okay. Just
Go to the
let's
setting.
just-
Anyway.
Go to the setting.
Yeah, sometimes you can just. Oh, it's just not working.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Just tell me where you guys would put the Raiders.
There we
Realistically.
go.
And I'm not even trying to get.
There you go. 24,
Okay. Now, where would you put the Broncos?
30, 31.
I think
The Raiders
there's
beat
no
the
way
Broncos.
the fucking Raiders are at 24.
No,
I'm
I
putting
think
the Ravens at
Raiders are like
24.
28, 29 range.
Yeah, I
And
think
they
28.
beat the Broncos.
I think the Broncos are like 30. I think 30. I think there's
The
only
I think
Broncos
they're
are one of the worst teams in the
31st.
NFL. You cannot judge the Dolphins' performance based on the team they were playing because they've also been in some kind of close games. And I think that at best, I think the Dolphins are the third best team in the NFL right now.
I don't know, man. I get, but that offense is running like a well-oiled machine, and I know defense wins championships.
Okay,
But realistically,
here, let's do this.
it's not that this defense isn't playing well either. Like it's the Dolphins, it's the Broncos, but the Broncos actually don't have a terrible offense right now. Sean Payton has provided a little bit of life into this offense, but Sean Payton was never a defensive-minded coach. That's where people are getting this confused. This isn't something that's new. The Saints never had an insane defense because of Sean Payton. They had an insane defense because of the weapons that they had and then the coordinators that they applied to that team. So it's no surprise that the Broncos defense
We'll
stinks.
go from 10 up, but
Yes.
Okay, let's put the 6 best teams right now, just 1 through 6, and then rank them from there. So
Okay.
Cowboys, Niners, Chiefs,
Eagles.
Eagles,
There you go.
Bills.
Cardinals.
Bills.
Josh Dobbs for MVP.
fuck, man.
Eagles, Bills.
Yeah.
Those I
There you go.
think are the best 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 teams in the
Six.
NFL.
Man,
Yeah.
you guys are really going to hate this. I got to use
The Lions, you're still fucking overranking the Lions, man.
I'll be right back, guys.
No, I'm not. All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
I know I'm missing a lot here, but
You
do you guys
are.
want to just restart the power rankings section? I want to get back.
That
All right,
game-
we're back. I'm sorry. I can't excuse that one bad game. They've played the Giants, who they smoked. I don't remember who they played. This is their second game. It was the Jets. Okay. Oh wow, you played the Giants, Jets. They played the damn Cardinals, man. Who let's not forget gave up 35 unanswered points to the Giants, right? I'm sorry, you lose 16-28 and you can't stop James Cancer Man Connor. You don't deserve to sit at the top 5. And if
the
we're just
Lions are
doing
not
this,
better than
right?
the Cowboys.
If we're doing this realistically, yeah, maybe I could make an
Put the
argument for
Cowboys
putting
at
them at
6, and
7.
I'm cool with it.
No, I'm not. I'm putting the Lions
Cowboys
above
at
the
6.
Cowboys.
Yeah. There's no
I
way.
think the top
There's
3
no way
should
they're
go.
better.
I think the top 3 should be Niners, Eagles, Dolphins.
So your argument is this.
Yes.
But
So
I don't
now
love
Give the Eagles at 2.
Now,
I don't love the
I think
Eagles
it's
being
Niners,
good.
Dolphins.
Well, here's the thing, though, as well. The Eagles are the
Homer.
only team in the NFL that's undefeated. They're 3-0.
Nope, the Niners are as well.
Niners are too.
And the
And the
Dolphins
Dolphins
are
are too, then.
as
And the
well.
Dolphins are.
All 3 of those teams are.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I mean,
then
they're
yeah,
all.
so
I
all
guess
three of
they
those
can
teams
say
are.
they're all
Okay, never mind. I'm
interchangeable.
an
But
idiot.
I
So
just think that the Dolphins, if they were to play one of those two elite defenses, I don't think they'd be nearly as effective.
I don't know. I feel like that offense is just so much better. And realistically, like I'm gonna put this out
You're
here.
saying that though
It's
based off of who they played. They played the fucking Broncos, who might have the third worst defense in the league. Let's
You know-
pull up the Dolphins schedule. Who else have they played?
Okay.
They have played.
here. I got it pulled up. They played the Jaguar.
up
Oh,
too.
sorry, that's preseason. They played the Patriots. They played the Chargers, and they
Okay,
played the
good defense.
Broncos.
They played
The
the
Chargers
two
aren't
worst
good defense.
defenses in the league and a top 10 defense in the league. No wonder
Who
they
you calling
look
a
great.
top
They
10
have a
defense?
great fucking offense to begin with, but they've also played some shit ass defenses.
I'm not gonna lie. The Niners defense has not looked good to me. Like it's been good. It's been serviceable. But I'm simply just saying right now,
What?
the you said it yourself. The defense has holes, big holes. In
No,
my
I
opinion,
said
the
the offense
Dolphins.
does.
No, I think the defense has holes, man.
Where do you see a hole in the Niners defense?
I'm just saying. I know you're going to get defensive
We've
here.
given up 14 points per game and 70 rushing yards per game.
If it isn't for Brock Purdy winning basically every game except for his non-decision, I honestly, you guys barely beat the Rams, and look at what the Rams did this week. So it's not like, whoa, the Bengals.
Yeah, but that's a
The
division
Bengals, like,
game.
I'm just putting that out there, man. I'm not saying that the Niners defense isn't good, but I'm saying if you're going to sit here and say the Niners defense versus the Broncos offense, and you're taking Niners defense, I'm saying you're wrong. Hands over fist. I take the Eagles defense, and that's about it.
You are probably saying the worst take I've heard in the last 3 weeks. You're taking the Broncos offense over the Niners defense.
No. I'm saying Dolphins.
I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think that's what he meant.
I meant to say Dolphins. I keep thinking Broncos. I'm saying Dolphins offense over
Okay,
Niners
that's fine.
defense.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd say this.
But you're also ranking the best offense against the best defense. So if you think that offense is more valuable, then sure, put them at 1. But if you think defense is more valuable, then put the Niners on.
But I'm also saying
I
right
think
now.
Let's flip the switch though. Do the Dolphins have enough defense to stop the Niners offense, who's averaging 30 points a game?
They do. I believe that they do. I believe their offense could cover the spread. I believe their offense would make up the difference.
Who is on the Dolphins defense that you have that much confidence in?
I'm not saying that the Niners wouldn't put up a ton of points. I think the Niners would put up less points than the Dolphins would score points. So I think it's more offense.
Okay.
I think it's more offense based than defense based.
All right,
I
let's make
think
a vote.
I honestly just don't think the Niners defense would hold up against the
number one.
Dolphins
I have
offense.
Miami.
I have the Niners.
I have Miami at number
And
one
also,
on mine.
Yeah,
it's
I have
not
the
like
Niners.
it's
I have
to
the
me.
Niners number 1.
It's not like Tua is going to force passes that are going to be incomplete, are going to be interceptions. He has played MVP ball. I'm not betting against him right now. I'm sorry.
Let's flip a
Yeah,
coin.
I mean, the teams that quarterbacks aren't playing their greatest football right now, like Brock Purdy, I'm not going to say he's had any errors, but Jalen Hurts threw 2 interceptions last week, and they're the other.
What? Oh, we just lost Tyler Lewis.
Hey, it wasn't me that froze this time.
Restarted. Go ahead. Look, I'm just sitting here. And
I was okay.
You're up, Tyler.
Yeah, go ahead, Tyler, because
dick.
I'm gonna rant again. So
okay. Anyway, no, I have Niners 1, Eagles 2, Dolphins 3. I think those two defenses are ridiculously overpowered, and I don't think that the Dolphins defense is going to be able to put up enough points to beat those two defenses with their defense looking like how it is. I think the Dolphins are the third best team based on offensive power pretty much alone. And then it's just, I mean, like you said earlier, I know historically defense wins championships, and having a great offense is awesome. But if your defense can't get as many stops as the other team, it's not going to matter.
yeah,
Oh, that's fair.
that's fair. But I will point out that, like, as much as Zach's hating that the Dolphins haven't played fantastic opponents, Niners started out the season against the Steelers, then they played the Rams, and then they played the Giants. The Giants barely beat the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And I know I'm sitting here saying Dallas, lost the Cardinals, so whatever. But it's not like the Niners have, played these immaculate teams. You're like, holy fuck, dude, this defense is insane. I personally think the offense of the Dolphins is better than the Niners defense, but I also think the inverse, that while the Niners offense might be better than the Dolphins defense, I think the Dolphins could cover the difference.
We'll say, okay, I'm cool with the Dolphins being number 1, the Niners being number 2, and the Eagles being number 3. I will say, I think the most fucking interesting Super Bowl that could happen would be the Dolphins versus the Niners. That would be so entertaining.
That would be a fun one.
That would be a fun ass Super Bowl. Okay, so let's continue. I think get them out of there, please.
I'm ready to put them right here.
Nah.
Are you actually?
Honestly, I'm putting Packers at 10, honestly.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought you were talking about top 7, but I think the Browns are the 10th best team too. All right, well let's rank the rest. I think the Chiefs are number 4.
I think Chiefs are 4 as well.
I think
and then
I can
I'm
go
gonna
Bills
go
at 5.
Bills.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
And
please
you know what?
The Lions are number
Put the
6.
Cowboys in front of the Lions.
I'm not doing it.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
Tyler.
No, I'm
The
Who do you
Dolphins
think?
lost to the
You can't-
Cardinals. You get no excuse. You get no excuse.
The Dolphins are number 1. We're debating between the Lions and the fucking Cowboys.
I said the Cowboys
No,
lost
he's
to
saying
the Cardinals.
the Cowboys lost to the
Oh,
Cardinals
they said the Dolphins did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I might just be stuttering. I'm tired.
Tyler,
No, I think
who do you
the,
have at
the
6?
Cowboys this week need to take a trip down the lane after losing to that team.
No way.
And guess who they're fucking
You can
playing?
make the same argument. I could almost argue that the Lions could be above the Bills because of who the Bills lost to, but
No way. No way.
I honestly I'm only putting the Lions there because they lost to Seattle. And as much as I love Seattle, I think they're the 11th best team in the NFL. And so also the Bills lost too. The Bills kind of got smacked by the Jets,
Dude,
Zach Wilson
there's
Jets.
no
So I don't know.
way. If they played right now, there is no way in hell I would put money on the Lions.
listen,
Well,
I
The
think
Lions
the
are not
Browns-
better at the Cowboys than
Browns-
anything.
But neither are the Cardinals, and somehow the Cardinals put up 28 against the best defense. So I'm not.
Oh my
The
god.
Cowboys have a history with
That's
the
a
Cardinals
mistake.
too, though. They do. They have a
That's a
fucking
mistake.
Is it,
history against
Zach?
the Cardinals. It's the same
I'm-
shit with like the Patriots and the Jets. For some reason,
They lost-
Patriots
they-
always beat the Jets. It's the same shit. Cardinals always beat the Cowboys.
This is my
They
argument,
lost
though.
the sweepstakes
Keaton,
for
you
Caleb
just said
Williams.
from yesterday, or not from yesterday, from last week, that the Cowboys are the best defense in the league. You said that.
I did.
Now we're going on record and saying that they have a shitty run defense, which to begin with, the Cowboys
Didn't
are
say
not
that.
a physical team. I
didn't say that.
That's
I said they
kind
couldn't
of what
stop
we're
Connor.
insinuating.
No, I'm saying that they just couldn't. They can't afford to give up 28 points.
Okay, so if they
to
played the
the
Lions in
Cardinals.
the wild card game or the divisional round game,
I'm
how
taking
are
the
the
Lions.
Lions beating the fucking Cowboys? How are they beating them?
How are the Cardinals beating the Cowboys? It's the same concept.
Because they're physical and can run the ball. The Lions don't do that. They pass the ball. The Cowboys
just-
line up against the Lions in every position. They match up perfectly against the Lions.
This team, both teams are 2-1. This team loses to the Caleb Williams team, and this team loses to, in my opinion, the 11th or 12th best team
Okay.
in the NFL.
Fine.
And
I agree with that.
and
Let's get
and they
8,
lost by
9, and
1
10.
score. They lost by 1 score.
Yeah, that's right.
This team
NOT,
loses
NOT.
more than
Listen,
2
and
touchdowns.
Zach, here's the thing:
Right,
like, if Dallas smacks up on a team next week, they can move back up.
Nah.
Get
Yeah.
the Falcons out of there.
I
I think you move the Browns
I don't
up to
agree
number
with
9.
that.
I think the Saints might be 10.
I don't really agree with it. I think Cowboys should be in 6 personally. I think if anything, Lions should be at 7. But I see points all around. I see everyone like it's mainly Zach and I against Keaton and Tilu on that one for sure. But I definitely see the points that you two are definitely bringing. So yeah, we can keep it there. But I still think Cowboys are significantly better than the Lions, in my opinion.
All right, if I did this, you guys, and it doesn't work, you guys can just belittle me and just rail me. But hey, call me a whack job because I don't know
I'm
what
not
else
even
team
mad at
to
that,
fill
to
the
be honest
10th.
with you.
What other team can fill that 10th spot? I truly think Seattle's playing up to what I think they should play.
I think the only team
But I'm
in
open
there
to
is
suggestions.
Jaguars.
Falcons, Ravens, Green Bay.
Falcons.
I'm putting Green Bay at 10.
Actually,
Honestly,
that,
I'm putting Green Bay at
there you
10.
go.
That
There you
was
go.
mine.
Yeah.
I said that when
Green
you
Bay
first
has
put
to be
the
in the top
Browns
10.
there.
I'm
No.
taking Falcons out.
And on
I'm
top
only
of that-
taking the Falcons out because they only put up 6 points
put the
this week.
Saints down. Put
No.
the Saints down. Green Bay is better than the Saints.
I
Yeah,
think
but
the Saints are
yes.
another one of those. I don't think they are better than the Saints. I think they were better
No.
than the Saints this week because of an injury.
Well, and
And-
also here's the thing though,
Okay,
with
well-
Green Bay as well. Green Bay's getting Aaron Jones back and Christian Watson back this week. I think Green Bay is going to be insane. I'm not saying they're going to be a top 7 team at all. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for a top 8 at least. Like, I think they're going to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Put Seattle, the Falcons, and the Ravens at 10. And then let's.
I'm sorry. I'm not putting the Ravens there. I'm not putting the Ravens. I'm not doing that.
No.
You can
Fuck
shoot
the
me before I
Ravens.
put the Ravens there. And the Falcons only
Dude, the
put up
Ravens
6
would beat the
points.
Falcons.
No,
And
they wouldn't.
you
They
guys don't
barely
think
beat.
Jaguars are better
They
than
lost to the
Falcons?
Colts. No, I'm not. I don't know because they lost. They
Okay,
lost.
I'm
to
cool with the
They lost
4
to
teams
Houston.
here.
And
Saints,
don't get me
Green
wrong.
Bay, Seattle, and the Falcons, and we don't want to put the Ravens there.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't
they
like
lost.
the Ravens
They
there.
lost to Gardner Minshew in overtime. They couldn't muster.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson couldn't muster 15 points on 15 yards on 4 straight possessions.
Ravens
Sorry.
in top
If
15.
the Ravens
yeah, sure,
played
but
Atlanta right now in the playoffs, who would you have winning?
I'm taking Atlanta just based off defense.
it's not.
I mean,
It would
That's
be
tough.
close.
That's tough.
I
I
think
think it'd be a
Desmond
very
Ritter
close
as
game.
the starter? With Desmond Ritter as the starter?
They
The
played Gardner
Falcons
Minshew and
beat-
lost.
the Falcons beat the Packers. The Packers only won this week because the quarterback went down and you were playing
Derek Carr gets
with
injured.
exactly. They should be a 1-2 team right now.
They should. I know.
You had crab legs, Jameis Winston.
And the
playing
Saints have
quarterback.
probably
Never
a
a
top
good man.
5 defense in the league right now. The Saints defense might look like the best defense in the league, low key.
Exactly. They finally gave
And that's
Derek Carr
coming
what he
from
desperately needed.
Our power
in-
rankings
in
having the
Las
Niners,
Vegas.
the Eagles, Bills,
Yep. Jack, flip
Cowboys.
that.
Like they have
Zach
a very
said.
good defense.
Zach
the Browns
said it.
defense is really good too.
I think the Packers get dropped out, and I think that the Eagles, the Seahawks, and the Falcons is the conversation right now.
Then at that point, I'm thinking about adding the Jags because I'm gonna say I'm
they're
gonna
1-2.
ride this. No, they're 2-1,
1-2.
aren't they? Are they 1-2?
Yeah,
No, they're 1-2.
1-2.
That's
Let's
why we don't have the Chargers there either. Well, I don't like the Chargers right now, but I would not put a 1-2
you're right.
team in the
You're
top
right.
10.
I will say-
I
I
still
will say-
think Green Bay should go in
I'm
10
fine with
or
the
in
Seattle
9.
Seahawks being in the 10th spot.
That, or I mean, honestly, the Steelers, they're another 2-1 team, or they 1-2.
It's just that offense, man, is so lethargic sometimes. It's hard to watch.
I don't
Which-
trust
which-
that offense.
Which the argument could be said for the Falcons because their offense is really not that good.
Dude, I'm telling you. I'm
I
telling you
will
right
say,
now. If the
if
Falcons
you're gonna-
played Seattle, I'm not going to include the Steelers in there. I don't even think the Steelers should be in conversation. If the Falcons played Seattle, the Ravens, or the Saints right now, they would lose in the playoffs.
No, they
And
wouldn't.
it's solely because of Desmond Ritter.
Okay, your argument.
But listen,
Hold on.
we've got
One
the
more.
Browns at number 8, and the Steelers beat them last week.
I'm just putting them there because I'm not sure about the health of Derek Carr. So
He's fine, I think.
Um,
I'll double check.
listen, your argument here about Desmond Ritter doesn't add up because let's just point out they had Gardner backup Minshew, who hasn't played a game in over half a season, and Lamar Jackson couldn't muster 15 yards to put his team in field goal range on actually it was technically 5 straight possessions. I'm not your argument for saying, oh, it's Desmond Ritter or oh, it's Seattle doesn't hold up because they just lost to the Colts, man. The Anthony Richardson-less Colts, who is a dynamic player, and Gardner Minshew is just pocket.
For our 6 and 7 position. The Lions lost to the Seattle Seahawks when Geno Smith didn't play that great. The
But then the
Cowboys
Lions-
lost to the fucking Cardinals.
And the Cardinals
Derek
are the
Carr
worst
has
team in the
a
Logic
NFL.
may be out.
Derek Carr has a sprained AC joint and is week to week.
So exactly. So I'm leaving him here.
AC joints in your shoulder though.
Yeah, he fell on his shoulder.
That's not a great injury. Is it in his throwing shoulder? Oh,
No,
shit.
left.
That's not good.
Oh, it's in his balance shoulder, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I don't think the Steelers should be 10, bro. Look what
No,
the
I'm
Niners
not.
did to the Steelers.
I'd rather do this, honestly. I think the Broncos could seriously win the rest of the year.
Right.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with having the Seahawks at 10.
Okay. So that's our official power
I like it
rankings.
too.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not going to complain about putting my team at 10, so you're not
I
going
like
to.
it.
Can I have
That
another
was a good
satisfaction?
little debate.
Can I get a pity for Patriots being somewhere in there? You did it for Tulu.
Yes.
I need it. I need it.
Yes. There you go. There you go.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank
Like
you.
it.
Real talk.
Hey, guys. Don't you guys love the Patriots?
Real talk. I think the Patriots could be low key around 15.
I do too. They're not going to win a ton of games with Mac Jones. So,
No.
We have the hardest schedule in the fucking NFL. It's ridiculous.
boo-hoo,
No,
cracker.
Raiders do.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
well, I am going wah 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 boo hoo. That's what I'm doing right now. It fucking blows.
God,
well,
it's shock team of the year so far. The Bengals. My God, are they awful?
they suck.
They're horrible,
Yeah.
man.
This offense is lethargic as well.
Yeah.
So
Watching
bad.
this offense is, I'd honestly, it's like watching paint dry, man. It's just like,
Honestly, it's
Joe
kind of
Burrow's
criminal
not
to see
healthy.
how bad the Vikings are doing this season.
no, they
It is
just don't
kinda
have a good
criminal.
defense.
I just think
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy though. With
They're shocking.
I don't know.
Well,
No,
this
It's,
is-
they're,
it's just interesting to see. You
Yeah.
know, that's
the
all. It's
Vikings
just
are the
interesting.
Raiders last year. Can score a bunch of points, but cannot finish the job.
The Vikings are the Vikings last year. They were the only team
The
that
only
made the
difference
playoffs in
is
the
they're
last-
not getting lucky.
No, but yeah, and they were the only team in, like, I think it was the last 6 years that had a negative point differential going into a playoffs.
Yep.
And you're seeing it like you saw it in the playoffs. They got smoked. And now you're seeing it again. It's the same. The defense can't hold it. The only reason they're competitive still is that Kirk Cousins is just, honestly, Kirk Cousins looks like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. And if he had a good defense, that is a very, very scary team to play.
Yeah, the tough
But
part
they
is
don't.
that he has a case of the fumbles.
Yeah. Well, his O-line has a case of the Swiss cheese where they just don't. They've got holes galore.
All right, you guys want to talk about the meme matchup?
You also
of the
gotta
week?
hope that he doesn't
Yes.
play in prime time. Otherwise, he's turned the ball over 3
Fellas.
times at least.
Fellas. The meme matchup, week 4. The fucking Broncos and the Bears. Broncos country. Let's
That's
die.
right. Broncos country.
Might be the
So-
battle for the worst team in the NFL.
It is. That's exactly what this is. You have the Broncos who got fucking destroyed by the Dolphins, and then you have the Bears who got destroyed by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
like-
Well,
And how
I
old
hope
is he?
somebody
Sorry.
wins this game so that the Raiders can get one step closer to a top 3 pick, so we can get Marvin Harrison Jr., who's going to be instrumental to this rebuild that's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The rebuild that's coming out.
yeah. It's a never-ending rebuild, Tyler.
Yeah.
Never
So
ending.
bad.
Yeah.
But-
Real quick, it's been a fantastic episode. I was scrolling TikTok today trying to find some NFL takes I could use for our reviewing stuff, which we didn't really get around to, which is fine. We can do that next week. But I found this, and whether or not the guy's trolling, I just want to say this might be the worst. This might be the worst thing I've ever watched in my own 2
Sam
eyes.
Howell might be the next Patrick Mahomes. No, I'm not even just saying that. I'm saying that because have you seen the way people have been talking about this kid?
No.
John Johnson
No.
said he was like unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's the most reliable source ever. He has to say that. He's a wide receiver.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's like
Taliban
the,
are out in force.
Hey, bro,
Sam
let's
Howell-
make
hey.
a podcast.
that's a hey bro, yo, you want to start a podcast? I got nothing going on. Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Guys. Bryce
Hey,
Love.
Keith, I don't want to freak
I-
you out right now, but your blanket is fucking moving on your bed.
Oh, my girlfriend's here. I was gonna say, guys, literally, guys, what are we? Bryce Love, guys, Bryce Love is widowy.
Love.
He is widowy to next Michael Vick, and you got to listen to what Adam Thielen said. He literally said, "This guy's good at football." It's done deal. He's Michael Vick.
Yeah, because Johan
that's so
Dawson
bad,
needs all the
bro.
fucking targets he can
Yeah.
get. That's why he's saying shit like that.
So well, that is in the end zone.
That wraps it up.
Something that the Raiders couldn't do this week, but maybe they can next week. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Well,
right.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Tyler, do you want to plug?
got it.
Do you want to plug your social media real quick, so
No,
people
I
can
don't
get
want
more
anybody
rant
to go
content?
there. I want to continue to be an international man of mystery.
I'd love to see that.
We love to hear
Well,
it.
gentlemen, ladies, it's
Yeah.
been fantastic. Hope you guys have a great week. And Tyler, of course, thanks for stopping on, man.
No problem.
Been an absolute
Appreciate you
pleasure.
guys having me for
It's been a
sure.
pleasure,
course.
man.
Yeah.
I think there's only one
been a
soundbite
good
that
time.
perfectly sums up how it's been to have Tyler Lewis on this podcast.
Please, guys.
And
no
you know
pressure.
what? You know what, Tyler? You know what?
You need to leave.
Get out. Go. This is our podcast now, okay? You're done.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
kicking you
Seriously
off.
though, Tyler, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yes.
for coming on. Thank
Tyler,
you
we
guys
love
for
having you
watching.
on here.
And
Thank you.
we catch you guys next time.
Go Raiders. Psych.
Ah.